Good evening, everyone. Thank you so very much, everyone, for coming. I do know we will be joined by others during the program, which is why we did set up the gymnasium in such a fashion so we wouldn't have to have people move in. So again, thank you all for coming this evening. My name is Jane Quigley. I'm the principal here at Dr. Crisp Elementary. I'm going to have to keep my face forward because I just noticed if I turn, you're not going to hear me. So I do want to take a few moments, though, again, to welcome all of you. We did try a split this year. We are having our 3, 4, 5 open house tonight, and then we are having our preschool K1 and 2 tomorrow evening. So please give us feedback as to how that works for all of you as families. That it's really important for us to know, because this evening is about you getting to know our community and sharing the evening with our teachers, our staff, and our children. We would like to start off, though, with a few introductions. We have some new members to our staff this year that we want to make sure that we acknowledge. And again, this is not to slight any of our wonderful staff who have returned, but I do know that time is of the essence. You'll have an opportunity to see each and every one of them when you go through. As we look amongst the crowd, though, we do have some very distinguished guests sitting to the rear of the gymnasium, and I'd like to just acknowledge their presence with us this evening. We'd like to welcome Mr. Scott Merrick. He heads the constituent services for Senator Jean Shaheen. If you could please be so kind as to stand. Thank you, Mr. Merrick, for joining us this evening. We would also like to welcome Chuck McKirkin, branch manager of the Nashua Investors Center, and Joe Murray, senior director of public affairs offices of Fidelity Investments. Oh, they're being shy. Our special guests are here to join us this evening along with the Fidelity Investments for a special presentation that will happen later on in this portion of the program. But going to our staff members, we would like to first start off by introducing our part-time, very valuable new assistant principal, Rose Francoeur, who is here with us Tuesdays through Friday. We do miss Mrs. Cassidy. She's over doing a wonderful job at Charlotte Ave as the interim principal there, and we wish her certainly a fabulous year. However, Rose is coming in and certainly coming right up to the podium and working hard with us, and she is here 9 to 2:30, Tuesday through Friday, so we're very, very fortunate. So we thank you and welcome you. Grace Tavares, I'm not sure if she was able to arrive at this point. Oh, she is here. Thank you very much. She is our new homeschool coordinator, and she is here to support between the home and the school, and she is servicing us in place of Miss Chopra from last year. Miss Patricia Leonard is our media specialist. She is supporting us in the absence of Miss Barbara Jewell. Mrs. Jewell is still in the building. She is our AYP facilitator now. She's supporting us with a lot of our assessments and a lot of the curriculum decisions that we are making in regards to your children. So she's taken on a new role, and Miss Pat Leonard is here as our new media specialist for this year. We have Courtney Stravino, who is here in our 2nd grade. Miss Hickey is out on maternity leave, and she'll be joining us tomorrow evening. Kate Zabolis is our art teacher on Fridays. We have 3 art teachers this year, and Miss Zabolis comes to us on Fridays, as Miss Susan Lewis comes to us on Mondays. Miss Capps does return to us on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We also want to make sure that Miss Osovich knows that she is welcomed with open arms. Miss Osovich is 2nd grade. She is returning to us after a full year maternity leave, and we're welcome to have her back. And Miss Grasso, who you won't see this evening and in the past you would have, has gone to our kindergarten from 5th grade. So again, all of our valued staff, Paris supports, literacy, ESOL, Unified Arts are all so very, very important to all of us, and we don't want to in any way not appreciate all of what they do as well. They will be here this evening. We will have signs in the Four Corners corridor so that you will see who will be present for open house this evening. Okay, next portion. We have a couple of housekeeping responsibilities that I do have to share. That's not really the fun role. I usually try to give that to my assistant, but since she's new, I wouldn't put her on the spot. The Alert Now calls, we've been using those to give information to you in place of a lot of the paper. So if you're receiving phone calls from us and not the notices, that is the purpose. We also sent home a notice asking for consideration for maybe the website being your best option for the handbook for the students and the parents, the newsletter, etc. So if you could return those to us, that would be very helpful. That way they will know how best to get the information out to you. And if you are not receiving Alert Now calls, we've sent probably about 6 or 7 since the before school, August 28th time. Please notify us through a note from home, through your child's teacher, because those are important messages. We want to make sure you're getting them. Again, we remind everyone, Mrs. Abadili, who will speak in just a little bit, is our school nurse. She is going to definitely be a key player for all of you. If you have any concerns, flus, colds, headaches, sores, arms, whatever, tummy aches, please connect with Mrs. Abadili via phone, even if you're not sure of the morning. A lot of times she'll say, bring them on in, let's take a look at them. Sometimes it's just to get them through the door, and we certainly monitor very carefully. So any questions you have about anything in regards to health and safety and well-being of your child's physical well-being, she'll be the person to be there for you. As we continue looking at the to-do list, carpool for kindergarten has been going beautifully. And for those of you in 3, 4, and 5, I just want to say thank you. Because I know if you're dropping off kindergartners in the carpool, it's very tempting to let your 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade child come out those side doors. And because of the way the flow of the traffic comes, we realize it's a very dangerous situation to be in. So again, recognizing the policies that we've put in place and the safety precautions we've put into place, we just want to say a very special thank you to all of you for that, as well as using the crossing guards, modeling for our children the use of the crossing guards is greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, I think I've done all of what was asked of me for that. Signing in and signing out, yes, just for the safety purposes. If you are in the building, just sign in the office. They'll know where you're going. Please go to wherever you need to go. We do ask that if it's going to be visiting a teacher, that you do that prior to school and or after school, and do make an appointment, because you want the children being serviced and the attention being given to your children during the school hours. So we don't want to have the children be unattended if the teacher's at the door speaking with parents, but we want to hear from you, we want to see you. We just want to make sure that you have our undivided attention and that confidentiality is certainly taken into consideration when you're having those conversations. Okay. At Dr. Crisp Elementary, we have a mission that really drives all of what we do here at the school. And on the agenda, if you did receive one as you came in, and if you didn't, please do take an agenda as you leave. But the mission statement is stated that Dr. Crisp is a school community that values each student, each family, and each staff member. We strive to work together to help our students become skilled, confident learners and respectful, responsible citizens. And in doing that, we work very closely to align our goals with the district's goals. And we have, I guess, encapsulated all of that into 2 major categories. The state is looking very carefully at making sure that we are looking at the whole child, and they have, the attention is being given to follow the child, and I don't want to use the word initiative as to something that is starting and is going to end, but it's a focus. And in our building, we have 2 key teams that really do look at the whole child. And the Universal Academic Team is the team whose goals focus on the math, science, literacy, which includes reading and writing. But they look at the instruction, they look at the curriculum, they look at the assessment, the alignment. They make sure that all of what we do as a whole school stems from all of the data that we collect, all the research that we know is right and best for children, as well as strategies that are used. And then that filters down into our bi-weekly collaborations with the entire team that service all of your children at every grade level. And then the second team focuses in, it's the Follow the Child team, and that focuses on goals pertaining to attendance, the school culture, and safety. And I'm going to invite Mr. Mitch Wolper, our guidance counselor, to come up for a moment to share a little bit more in regards to our Follow the Child team.
please rest assured that Follow the Child has nothing to do with stalking your children. It's a kind of a funny name, but it really does have to do with a culture and a climate in the building that we are making an effort to create. A climate where we respect each child and they understand what the expectations are. So under that, we have a number of different things that you might see in the newsletter. I'll throw a few out. If you remember them, great. Responsive classroom is one. Responsive classroom is another, again, if you want to say initiative, but a way of greeting the children in the morning, starting the day off in a respectful way of shaking hands and bringing them into a morning meeting. And a lot of other things go into it, and it's how you talk to children. And we are entirely a responsive classroom school. So if you came in the morning, you would see each teacher greeting your child, and they would start the day off in a morning meeting. There's a couple of things that under Follow the Child that you may have heard about. Dante. Dante is our mascot. He's a wildcat behind me. And Dante is an acronym for Do a Nice Thing Every Day. But Dante is also one of our teams where we look at what we're expecting of children's behavior. And under that, we have Rose, which is over here, Respecting Others, Self, and Environment, another acronym. So if you're hearing things like Rose-like behavior or not Rose-like behavior, I hope you can get a sense of what we're trying to do here. So there's a couple other things. Safe Routes to School Committee, where we're looking at getting some helmets for children if they're biking to school at a discounted rate, getting some safer routes, sidewalks that we're working with the city, and sidewalks that may need to be kind of repaired a little bit. Getting better ways to come to school. So there's a number of things that all fall under this umbrella of Follow the Child. We just wanted to make you aware. If you hear Follow the Child, or if you see in the newsletter, it's really that program where we're addressing the culture and climate of the building. The effort here is to foster a sense of respect and responsibility to create a good environment. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Wolper. And yes, as we continue to look at our two main goals, focusing on the child being healthy, both in mind, spirit, and actually three ways, and also in physical well-being, we want to share with everyone that we as a community are going to be working on two school-wide exciting endeavors. And it's going to fall under the title of Follow Me, Move, and Read. And I have Mrs. Van Duzen, one of our wonderful literacy teachers, going to come up and share with you the literacy aspect of the read part, and Mrs. Abadili will follow her with the move portion.
Good evening. Yes, I'm one of the literacy teachers here at Dr. Chris. And one of the ideas that we came up with as a group to help the children read more and to inspire them to read more, we thought we would do this a contest. The idea is that we would try to read 25,000 books this year. And we need your help as parents because 25,000 books is a lot of books. What we're going to do is have cutouts of a book come home with your child. And every time your child reads a book, they're to put their name and the name of the book on one of these little books and cut it out, and we're going to put it up around the school. I've given the teachers all directions on where we start and how the train of books is going to line up all around the school. Every couple weeks, the literacy teachers will be counting how many books we have along the walls, and we'll flag every 50 books so that we can keep track of how many. And we will have a drawing every 2 weeks. So some child will get a book, a free book from us. So we'll give them a book. The books that your children bring back can also be a book read by yourself. or your husband, your wife, your other children. We're going to get whole families involved with reading. So you can read magazines, you can read books, and we're also going to put a bar graph that if you're in the school, you can see it up by the office. We will keep track of how many books are read every month, and the children can see how we're getting closer to our 25,000 books read. So that is the part of the literacy. And your classroom teachers can answer more questions. They will be sending these home with your children, the little books, soon. Thank you. And Mrs. Abadili will talk about the moving part.
Okay, so for those of you who have been in this school community for the last 6 years, you know we're all about promoting wellness and helping families to make healthy choices. And the reason that that is so important and the way that it ties into reading and follow the child is that if your child is active and healthy, they're going to feel better. They're going to be in school more often, and they're going to perform better in school. So everything starts tying together. It may seem like the reading program is one thing and Safe Routes to School is something else, but it all really does tie in together. And the reason that it's so important to move is that our society has moved forward in so many different ways. The new technology, everybody's texting and sending messages and on the computer. It's taken away the need for us to move. I was talking to my dad last week. He's 81 years old. And he said to me, when I was in school, I walked a mile to school in the morning, and I walked a mile home in the afternoon, 2 miles a day. But he said that wasn't it. I had to walk home for lunch, and then back to school after lunch. So he was actually walking 4 miles a day just on a school day. That's the way people lived if we went back many years ago. And nowadays, we hop in the car, we drive through, we order things online, and we don't get active. So we're doing a similar program to the reading program, and everybody will be getting these paws home, the Dante paw prints. And when you're active, we want you to write, what did you do? I wrote on here that I walked for 60 minutes, and I took a 30-minute bike ride. Put your name on there, what the activity is. We'd like to see it be at least 30 minutes long. For adults, you should try to be active 30 minutes a day for at least 5 days a week. And for children, it's actually recommended 60 minutes a day. How many people have seen on the NFL football games the Play 60 program? You familiar with that? Keep your eyes open, you're going to hear about it here. And we'd also like to, for any of you who are online, track your activities online, and we might actually get some pretty neat merchandise and credit through the NFL and the National Dairy Council. So when you get these paw prints home, any type of activity that you do, mark it down, send it in. We'll be displaying the paws on the wall around the school so everybody can see how active we are, and they'll go along with the books. And I'm also going to try to get together some incentives to give out for people that are very active. Now, I can't stop there. If we're going to be active, we might as well also eat healthy too. So even though it doesn't say follow my lead, move, read, and eat healthy, we want to eat healthy too. And again, if we could go back in time, back in the 1900s, I want to show you something that is just unbelievable. This is how much sugar the average American ate over the course of the year back in the 1900s. It's a 5-pound bag of sugar. Seems like a lot to me, but does anybody want to venture to guess how many pounds of sugar the average American eats over the course of a year now? We've got 10. Anybody want? 100. All right, guess what? Even higher. The right answer is 153 pounds of sugar a year. I couldn't even believe it, and I double-checked the facts online today. That was actually back in 1996. The numbers are probably even higher now. And I said to myself, how could a person possibly go through the equivalent of 2 to 3 bags of sugar a week? Well, I'll tell you. I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get myself a cup of coffee this afternoon, and the person in line next to me was probably just getting a mid-afternoon snack, ordered a medium colada and 2 glazed stick donuts. So I ran to my office, I went online, I looked it up. That young man had ordered himself the equivalent of 1,140 calories, and that would be the equivalent of 35 teaspoons of sugar in that little snack. And that's how it adds up so quickly. There's sugar in almost everything that we eat and drink, and those liquid calories are really hard on you. So when we ask families to join us in making healthy choices, this is why we do it. We want this school to be a place where your child can come and they can be free and safe from any of those temptations during the school day. So if you're celebrating a birthday, donate a book to the classroom or come up with a non-food type item. Don't send the cupcakes in, they're fine, it's good for a treat once in a while, but have that at home. If every child in every classroom is bringing in cupcakes and brownies and cookies, it really starts adding up over the course of the week and the year, and it does end up being a distraction from learning. So we have lots of healthy choices here in school. We provide every child with a free snack every day. If you didn't know that already, there's a free fresh fruit or vegetable snack every day. If you want to send something in extra because your child might be a little bit more hungry than that, something healthy like yogurt, a cheese stick, or just some basic plain pretzels or something on that idea would be great. And please note, especially because I know we have parents of 5th grade students in here, they're the last group to eat, and they don't eat until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you might find that your child's saying they're hungry when it comes to lunchtime. They might need a little fortification of their snack, but just try to make it a healthy choice. And that's all for me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Abadili. The next piece that we're going to talk about is it's now a subcommittee to our formalized PTO, but it actually came into place because we were in the absence of a PTO for a couple of years, and we were trying to find ways in which to bring a PTO back to the Dr. Crisp community. And so we had put forth a grant through the partners, the Parents Resource Center in Concord. We received the grant, and in doing so, we received the services of Mrs. Karen Gertz, who was with us for 3 years. She helped us set goals, and in doing that, we developed our PIRC team, Parent Information Resource Center team. Kim, Ms. Sousa is going to come up and speak with you a little bit about one of the goals that we are focusing on at this point in our plan, and it's really quite pertinent for this grade level because it is addressing homework. Ms. Sousa.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm Mrs. Souza. I also work with the literacy team, as Mrs. Van Duzen does. In 2007, we created 3 goals. Goal 1 and 2 have been completed. They will create a parent resource room within our school. So we hope to have volunteers in there soon, helping teachers with some prepping work and organizational things. We also accomplished goal 2, which is create a clear, well-known, and implemented homework guidelines. And in the classrooms today that you'll be visiting, we have also created some pamphlets which will be going home with you, and they include guidelines for parents, teachers, and students. This year, at the very beginning, we added 3 more goals to focus on. Students will develop strong study skills, including time management and organizational skills. Goal 2, parents and teachers will know what is expected of them in regards to their children or students' learning. And goal 3 is support parent-child communication about homework and school. We meet every Wednesday, not every Wednesday, we the second Wednesday of every month from 7:15 to 8:15 a.m. in the morning. We'd love to have more parents join us and give us feedback. If you'd like to help, you can contact me here at the school number. And that's it for me. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Okay, I am so counting my steps, Mrs. Abadili, going up and down on this stage, just so you know. Okay, we also, again, we don't have our PTO representative here this evening. The Vice President, Joyce Bedard, was going to join us this evening and wasn't able to make it, but they will be sending a notification home as to when their meetings were going to be. It's one meeting a month, and again, the membership is your voice. It's your opportunity to share in what it is that you would like in our community through the eyes and the voice of parents. So please look for notifications in newsletters on our website, as well as through their documents that they do send home with their information on it. We certainly would love to have you join them. As part of our community, we have the very good fortune of having another person come on board to make the connection to support the entire family. As you go back to look at the mission, it does state that we value each family as well as student and staff member. And as I shared, we have the good fortune to have Mrs. Kathy Olson coming up to speak with you in just a moment in regards to what her position is here in our school and how fortunate we are to have this resource for our families as well. Mrs. Olson?
Thank you. And guess what? We have the good fortune. We have Jen Reno. She came in, so she can come up. She is the president of PTO, and she has lots of good ideas for you. So my job is, as a family liaison, is to encourage parents to use the parent resource room. And on Tuesday mornings, we're going to be having coffee from 8 to 10. So when you drop off your child, come on in, and we'll have some interesting discussions, but we're also going to do some volunteer activities for staff here. So we'd love to have you come. And I am actively recruiting for a free GED class that will be taught by an adult learning center teacher, and that will be for anyone in the Dr. Crisp area. Your sister, your brother, your son, yourself, and I'm going to take names tonight, and it will be done in 8-week sessions. It will meet 8:30 in the morning till 10:30, any level at all. The teacher is absolutely wonderful. And we do need 10 people in order to start, so I have some names from kindergarten orientation, so I'm hoping some of you will sign up tonight, and we'll get the class started as soon as possible. But we'll meet you for coffee next Tuesday. Okay.
All right, we have a very, very special portion of our event this evening. Prior to starting that, I just want to share that now the format after you leave here, of course, you are invited to go into the cafe. We have many different booths set up. We have sign up for library cards. We have all kinds of wonderful things for you to experience prior to going to the classrooms. And again, we have 3, 4, 5. We have Unified Arts, ESOL, literacy team, and special educators. Am I missing anyone? Okay, all available for you this evening. And at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Iovino, our music teacher.
Good evening, everyone. Glad that you're here tonight. I'm the music teacher for Dr. Chris School. I meet with all the students from grades K, kindergarten, through grade 5, but you're here for 3, 4, and 5, so that's what you're excited about. Grade 3 this year will be taking up the recorder. In just a few weeks, you should get a note home that'll give you the opportunity to purchase a recorder for your son or daughter to use at home. We'll have one at the school for them to use, but you may want to do that. That way they can practice at home. They'll have one here to use at school and practice at home. They'll be getting ready for a concert, maybe in December. We'll see how much they practice, and then towards the end of the year. And then in our 4th and 5th grade, not only will they have a music class, but they get the opportunity to join chorus. That should happen in another week. Many of you know my room is kind of being under renovation, and hopefully by next week we'll be meeting and getting that going up. You'll have a chorus contract to fill out, so you'll know expectations, attending concerts, all those kinds of things, and the opportunities that'll be there for them to sing. But also, you get to sign up for band. And sign-ups have already gone out, and sign-ups were due here for me today. But in case you missed it, guess what Mr. I has? Sign-up sheets. So if your son or daughter is interested in joining band, please make sure they see me tonight. You can get that all taken care of. I am definitely looking for trumpet players and trombone players. Lots of trumpet players and trombone players. But with that, we've been looking for a way to supplement our music program here at the school. And so I started to look around, and there was a grant program that I was able to write for, and it was called Mr. Holland's Opus. They administer, and they look, and they get instruments for schools to use. And along with Mrs. Quigley and Janet Reno, who helped me out writing the grant, we applied for the grant, and tonight I think you're going to hear some exciting things from the people that helped fund the grant, and that was from Fidelity Investment. So I'd like to introduce again Chuck McKerkin and Joe Murray. If you come at this time, and I'll explain why you're here.
Thanks, everybody. And first of all, I just want you to know that that I have 3 parent open houses for my own kids this week, and so I can certainly understand and appreciate your commitment and the commitment of the teachers and the staff here at the school. So you might have heard that recently Fidelity Investments opened up an investor center for our customers here in Nashua. And we're very excited about that. My colleague Chuck McKerkin will tell you more about that in a moment. I happen to work in the town next door in Merrimack. And you may not know this, but Fidelity is one of the largest employers in the state of New Hampshire. In Merrimack, we have nearly 4,500 employees who do important work to support our company and our customers. And if there were any Fidelity employees in the audience tonight, or maybe there are people who work at Fidelity who are here tonight, that would not surprise me, because in the city of Nashua alone, we have 500 residents of Nashua who happen to work at Fidelity. So just like you, these are moms and dads, many of them, who have kids in hopelessly busy schedules, and just like you, they care deeply about the communities in which they live and work. And just let me give you a very quick example. Less than 2 months ago, on a sunny and hot Sunday, about 150 Fidelity volunteers spent an entire day at Nashua's Elm Street Middle School. Our volunteers primed and painted the hallways, they upgraded the media center, and they gave that beautiful courtyard at the school a much-needed facelift. This transformation day was led by my colleague Leslie Guthrow, who is here tonight. She works for Fidelity's Community Relations Group. And there was a lot of support from Stacy Hines, who's here tonight from the Nashua School Department. Appreciate that partnership. And this effort was repeated at Fidelity locations across the country as part of the company's deep commitment to provide real opportunities for our kids. Our goal is to help students achieve success at school and to pursue their own unique path to college and careers. And that is a big reason why we are here tonight. So thank you again for your time. Right now I'd like to introduce Chuck McKerkin, Vice President and Branch Manager of the brand new Fidelity Investor Center in Nashua. Chuck?
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate your time. We're very excited to be here once again. My name's Chuck McKerkin. I'm the branch manager of the new Nashua Investor Center. We opened up in April, right on 225 Daniel Webster Highway, right in Nashua. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to be part of the community, and tonight's really our first entry, our first example of our impact in this community. Fidelity believes in investing in a lot of things. Obviously, investing people's money for college education, retirement, saving for a house, whatever it may be. But they also believe in investing in the future generation of America. So they created a program called Fidelity Future Stage. And Fidelity Future Stage invests in arts education in the public schools. And tonight is an example of what the Future Stage can do. Since 2006, Fidelity has invested $1.5 million in programs like this. Over 50 154 schools, 33 states, and over 25,000 students have been impacted. And as we mentioned, Mr. Holland's Opus is a partner of ours, and they helped us identify some schools that could use a little help with their music program. And after a lot of searching, we chose this school in major part because of Mr. I and Principal Quigley's participation in letting us know what great work is being done at this school. So congrats, and thank you for bringing that up. We appreciate that. So what I like to do is just ask the kids a few questions, not many. It's going to be a little test. Is that all right, Mr. I?
I think they're ready.
All right. Very simple. We'll start with, can you play football without a football? No, right? Can you ride a bike without a bike? No. Can you watch TV without a TV? No. Can you play music without a musical instrument? No. My son said the same thing. Let's just say no. So you got a 90. Good job. All right, but one more question. Is it true that this school could use a few more musical instruments? Yes. All right, well, I think we can take care of that. Take a look. Thanks. This is my team, and this is over $25,000 worth of musical instruments, and this is just for your school and your school only. So on behalf of Fidelity Investments, enjoy the instruments, and thank you.
Well, my goodness, everyone, I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. Principal Quigley has no words to say. This is amazing. I know that Mr. I and our students are going to do a fabulous job putting on continued wonderful concerts. We again appreciate the parents who help with those practices at home, getting the children here for lessons before and after school. We promise to take very good care of these instruments and to put on shows, continue to put on shows that are fabulous and even more exciting. So again, we want to invite our 4th and 5th grade students to remain back here as we dismiss people to the cafe and to the classrooms. 4th and 5th grade students, you are going to be invited to sit in the front. We are going to allow you to acknowledge or recognize, and we can't really have you blowing on them because of the health issues, but we certainly want you to interact with the wonderful gifts that we have received, and then we'll walk you back to class. Okay, well, we are so excited. We have now had the first of 2 open houses here at Dr. Norman W. Crisp Elementary, and we began with our grades 3 through 5. We had a fabulous turnout with our parents. Our staff did a nice job sharing an awful lot of what we've done in the school in past and, of course, what our future plans are. We had a special presentation tonight. Thank you very much for Fidelity and the Mr. Opus, Holland Opus organization for supporting us with a fabulous donation of $25,000 worth of instruments for our music program. And Mr. Iavino, our music teacher, did a wonderful job with the grant application. We're very happy to support his program. He works very hard. And again, we thank all of our parents for their efforts in getting their children here for lessons and, of course, for practicing with the children and having the children practice at home. Again, thank you for being part of our community, and we hope you all have a great day.